Welcome back to the Blue Door Pub Thunderdome for another Bull with Andy Carlson. Minnesota's 87th the best daily podcast, talking everything and nothing 5 days a week. Sitting shotgun, back in the studio. His Uncle Nick. Follow him on Twitter at Nick A. Son. Hey, how's it going?
Good. Happy to be here tonight.
We have this unholy struggle of you trying to get the mic close enough to your face.
You're just not buying headphones that are comfortable enough for my body. That's what it is.
These are $200 Audio-Technica headsets. These are very expensive, high-end gear that the pros use, sir.
I guess we are pretty professional now.
Nah, not really. Tell a friend, spread the word. iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/bullshow. Very easy to find. We need your thumbs. And then also follow me on Twitter at Andy Carlson Show. We have a big deal. Mm-hmm. Nick, how's your week? Happy Friday.
I'm glad to be Friday at a long week at work. Burning out extra hours there, but happy to come on in, record, and see my friends.
You know it's crazy. Speaking of crazy town, that yeah.
Okay, what year is this?
This has to be like 1999.
That's actually what I was going to say.
Do you remember TRL, Total Request Live?
Carson Daly.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Carson Daly and sometimes Sway would fill in. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Sway.
2000.
Was it 2000?
2000.
It was a simpler time. A much simpler time. Yeah, could you believe that rap metal was actually a thing?
Music goes through so many different stages. It's...
I feel like rap metal was our version of the 80s hair metal, except actually kind of like hair metal. Like Motley Crue, Warrant, She's
Poison.
My Cherry Pie. Poison, yeah. That actually has some staying power. Like Limp Bizkit, Korn, Crazy Town. Not really.
The thing is, you can see all these bands now. I mean, they still tour together, or they do. They fill out small venues or something, or county fairs. You can definitely see a lot of these.
Who's playing at the Minnesota State Fair?
Oh, you know who's opening up this year, 2017?
Art Garfunkel.
Nickelback.
No.
I will. I'm gonna pull it up. I believe that was the big. That
was the big get.
Yeah. Nickelback State Fair.
Now, I'm a little shocked that Nickelback is... I think Nickelback gets a bad rap because they're the first meme, Like, they're the first, running joke.
Yeah, it's too bad. Nickelback, yep. Feed the Machine Tour, Thursday, August 24th, 2017, which is when the State Fair will begin this year. I'm sure we'll do a show or two talking about the State Fair in the summer.
What's your favorite Nickelback song, Nick?
Honestly, it's the How You Remind Me song, like their very first song that came out. That was just, to me, that was just, I thought it was a fun rock kid. I don't know why they get such a bad rap. Because I was trying to learn how to play guitar at the time, too, and I really wanted to get good at the song, but it was a little hard.
This is how you're at State Fair. This is how you're at the State Fair and have some of Martha's cookies. Get fat, eating stuff off of a stick. And the parking, it sucks. Try walking down Snelling, you can't. And some guy got shot over there. Oh shit, oh no, Nickelback is opening the Minnesota State Fair. And you're gonna eat cookies. Don't act like you're not gonna eat cookies.
Yeah.
Could you believe that the State Fair used to be about animals? And showing off a prize pig? Like, I spent all year raising this sow. Or I don't know how long it takes to raise a pig. And I'm going to show them off. I'm in a ribbon. And then maybe if I indulge myself, I'll go get a slice of that award-winning blueberry pie from Wilmington.
It's all about food now. It's such a glutton paradise. Back to the Nickelback here. Concert prices start $65 and $80. This from Star Tribune.
Wait. Oh, so they're actually playing in like the
grandstand. Yeah. I think it's how long, like 10, 12 days. The State Fair is opened. They have a stage band every night.
Yeah.
And they're the big get.
Oh, yeah.
No one else is listed yet, I don't think.
I remember in when we were in Mankato for Vikings training camp, there's a big thing down there called Rib Fest. And it's like the town celebration. All these cities and towns have a summer celebration, and Mankato's is Rib Fest for some reason. Even though I'm pretty sure there wasn't any barbecue anywhere, but I digress. They have Bret Michaels.
That's right. I think I'm saying that.
It closes with every rose has its own goes.
So it's just Bret Michaels, wasn't his whole band?
Yeah, well, it was Bret Michaels and the Bret Michaels band. But it wasn't Poison.
Interesting. So Poison broke off from Bret. I thought they'd be back together by now.
Or maybe Mankato was like, we can only afford one.
We can't get the whole. We get either Bret Michaels, we get the whole band.
We can only afford the PO of Poison. Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Something you can afford. Hey, if you use Lyft, maybe you can save some money and get the whole band Poison to come play at your bar mitzvah or something. Bullshow.co/Lyft, LYFT. Download Z app, $15 off your first couple of rides just by downloading through us. Service the entire Twin Cities metro area, many metro areas around the world. Bullshow.co/Lyft, LYFT. Download the app today. All right, so lots to get to on a Friday. So I want to talk about Adrian Peterson being cut. Now, talked about this a lot on Purple for the Win and also talk on the Andy Lucanary Football Machine. But, yeah, the Vikings announced Tuesday they weren't going to pick up his option. So, Nick, your thoughts?
He's iconic to Minnesota, to knowing Vikings football. As someone who's I like to consider myself a big Vikings fan, but not knowing too much of the smart details of all the players and stuff. It's kind of a shock to not have number 28 there anymore. Are they going to retire his number at all?
Oh God,
is it worth retiring? That's
maybe down the line. Here's what I want to happen. So obviously Adrian Peterson was amazing his rookie year through about 2013-ish, and then of course his stuff happened. But just removing all of his off-the-field stuff.
What happened? Okay.
The way he aged out and the way he was just limited as a running back, like he can't pass block, he can't catch a pass, and he forces the offense to run through him. It wasn't conducive with what the Vikings want to do on offense anymore. Yeah, they want to be shotgun, up-tempo, around the quarterback. Quick passes, and that's not Adrian's game. So either way, like I've been advocating moving on for the better part of 3 years now, and it's nice that it finally looks like it's happening, but Adrian and Rick Spielman have said that, we might still work something out, and that worries me.
You got to think that you have to do what's best for the team. The team, the Vikings will win a Super Bowl. It's not all on typically one player.
And
you
also,
hope.
Yeah, everyone thinks back of, Adrian Peterson has done so much for this team, and we should just pay him his money because of what he's done. See, I don't know why all like rude Viking fans are just have a southern accent, not even like a southern accent, not like a Savannah, like a cultured southern accent. No, like a back Mississippi swamp water accent, but whatever. And we got to pay Adrian Peterson all of his money because of what he's done for the franchise. No, you don't pay athletes for what they've done. This isn't baseball. You pay them for what they're going to do. And what Adrian Peterson is going to do is he's going to go somewhere. He's going to be a pain in the ass. He's going to demand touches. And then he'll just ride off in the sunset. I do think he can be an effective, short yardage goal line back somewhere. And it would be here if he could put his ego aside, except I don't think he will. So it's time to move on. What I want to happen, I want him to sign in Green Bay as a spite move. He thinks that he's getting back at the Vikings, but I want it to happen just so the last pockets of resistance, like the Allies coming into Germany and just kicking the shit out of everybody, just eliminate all of the resistance to Adrian Peterson leaving, all of the pockets of Adrian supporters and zealots, and just wash them away, because even they'll be burning 28 jerseys. It's like, Judas sold us out for 12 pieces of silver, Adrian. I know we can't count 12, but you're Judas. It would essentially be a reverse Brett Favre, and it'd be amazing.
Any chance at all he's just going to retire?
No. And I don't think he should, because I still think he could play a role in the NFL as long as he's comfortable in that role. Like, he's never going to be a team's featured running back ever again. Maybe in Oakland, maybe in Tampa Bay, but those would be short-term fixes as well. And he's not going to even sniff anything close to $18 million. Like, the highest-paid running back in the league last year, besides highest-paid running back in 2017. Since Adrian was cut, is LaShawn McCoy at like $8 million and some change, and that's still plenty. And Le'Veon Bell has the franchise tag, so that's something else. But Adrian had an $18 million cap number, which is ridiculous. He had 2 Shady McCoys and then $2 million.
It's mind blowing, the money that they like, because this deal was made many years ago, right? I mean, this was all like forecasting, like he's gonna keep getting better and better, and like because his contract was gonna just keep going up, right?
Well, they redid the deal because somehow he managed to get a new deal after coming back from suspension. Because I don't know why. It's like, what happens when you have no leverage? Oh, he get a new deal. That's how the world works.
I mean, do you have a list of like his salaries? His last few years. I mean, like, do you have his yearly salary list off the top of your head? Like,
nope.
I can't imagine. Like with how much? Because he wasn't making 18 or 16, whatever.
No,
like the last few years.
I believe it was 14 last year.
Okay, 14, and then like.
Yeah, ever since he re-signed his an extension, I believe it was in 2011. He's been making bank. He's been easily the highest paid running back in the league throughout the duration of that contract, and he's just meeting it towards the end of the contract where they just kept pushing off money, and he had basically a balloon payment, and he's past the age of being relevant. He turns 32, I believe, at the end of March here. So yeah, it was time to move on. Like, I might consider giving $18 million to a guy like David Johnson in Arizona, and that's because he's young and he's versatile. He can do everything. Or Le'Veon Bell if he got his head out of his ass. Like, he might be worth that number, but a 32-year-old one-trick pony, no.
That's so much money. What? How many years do you think he has left?
If he's used in a part-time role, which I think he should be, short yardage, goal line work, could probably play 2. Maybe 3.
So you think he can get us?
Because being in shape has never been an issue with Adrian. I do think he is ahead of the curve as far as running backs go. Because most running backs, when they hit 30 years old, they fall off a cliff, and it's tried and true just because of the nature of the position. You take a lot of punishment on your body. But Adrian's been able to buck that trend. He's still in phenomenal shape. Is he as effective as he used to be? Absolutely not. But could he give a team like the Giants or the Texans or Tampa or Oakland a little something? Sure. But I don't think it'll be more than 2 to 3 years.
What are the initial reactions of fans? Do players are they putting 2 words in?
Players haven't said anything. Spielman's been saying all the nicitudes, and same thing with Zimmer towing the company line. I think the fan base, like most of us I would say about 90% think that's time to move on. Even if, probably a good 40% have wanted to move on for a number of years, even before the thing. But I think about probably 9 out of 10 fans think it's like, all right, let's try something new. Whereas you still got 1 out of 10 who are just like, let's just bring him back. Let's just give him $10 million a year. Let's just have him run the ball. And let's make the Super Bowl. But people forget, without Brett Favre, Adrian Peterson has never won a playoff game. Adrian Peterson has won 1 playoff game in his career since 2007, and that was in the 2009 playoffs with Brett Favre, when the Vikings beat the Cowboys like 31-3.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah, 1 game, 0 non-Favre playoff games.
sure a lot of people will blame more the Vikings instead of AP, but
it's moronic. You don't build your team around a running back and expect to win Super Bowls. Now, it can be a functioning part of your offense, as we've seen with the Dallas Cowboys of the early '90s, the Seahawks when they had their mini run there, and then also the Broncos in the late '90s. But O.J. Simpson didn't win a Super Bowl. Eric Dickerson never won a Super Bowl. Tony Dorsett won a couple, which is fine. Walter Payton won one towards the end of his career, but only with the help of great defense. It's antiquated thinking.
How much do you think he'll get paid on an average team?
I think the most he'll get is 5 for 1 year.
So he can possibly make maybe 10, possibly 15 million to end out his career at.
Yeah, probably.
Not too bad for
He'll do something dumb. Child support ain't cheap.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. He has like a dozen kids.
See, I want him to sign in Green Bay, except then get bored when you realize that there's no nightlife in the Green Bay Appleton area. It's like where's the sushi fusion restaurant? Applebee's has mini chimneys.
The gas station has cheese curds.
That's my impression of a person who lives in Green Bay.
He'd probably build stuff. He'd probably get things.
Maybe he'd open a steakhouse like Brett Favre. Yeah, that's where I get my kicks, picking up chicks from the Brett Favre Steakhouse. Yeah. Moving on to something a little bit. Going back to my Green Bay impression again. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 trailer premiere. So beautiful.
Is that a rifle?
You don't know what a rifle looks like?
It's just swords were your thing and guns were mine. But
this is the last of the. This should be the final newest trailer, like full trailer.
That's intense.
There's been many folks out there.
When does this movie come out? Oh, Baby Groot.
I believe in May. I'll pull it up here.
I love Baby Groot.
I see it within you. Fear, jealousy,
I love Nebula.
betrayal.
Ken Gillian, baby.
All right, so Nebula and then the other blue guy, they like team up with the Guardians?
Yes.
Do you think
yeah.
they sort of become Guardians?
Not knowing too much about the comic book series, Yondu, the other blue guy, it is supposed to be a Guardian. So
No, his name's not Yondu. His name is Blue Merle from The Walking Dead.
Blue Merle from the Rocky.
To cleanse the universe.
It's not Star-Lord. It's Chris Pratt.
You know, they told me you people were conceived.
It's Andy Dwyer.
Bradley Cooper.
That isn't true at all.
Dude.
I'm using my wrong eye.
Comes out May 5th.
Groot, put your
Cinco de Mayo. Oh, Baby Groot.
That's one of the best scenes right here. See, I think they fight.
We're saving the galaxy again?
I think they fight against the Ravengers. I think. But
Awesome! We're really going to be able to jack up our price if we're two-time galaxy savers.
and I think it is Vin Diesel as Baby Groot.
Does he say more than
I love this. Oh wait. This part.
Hi, Baby Groot.
Yondu. A new Guardian, possibly. You know, she's attacking the system.
Sometimes the thing you're searching for your whole life, it's right there by your side all along.
You're right.
All you do is yell at each other. You're not friends.
No, we're family. Except maybe her.
And the money shot here.
After all these years, I've found you.
And who the hell are you?
I'm your dad, Peter.
Or the Kurt Russell cameo.
Yep, I think that's what everyone wanted to see. They want to know this big storyline of Kurt Russell, who's playing a role in the.
Well, do people really want to know in the trailer? Because I feel like that's a big reveal in the movie.
I feel like it's I feel like with movies nowadays, like everything's pretty much being spoiled in trailers right now. We could do a whole talking point about how.
What bugs me is I can think of two movies off the top of my head where they spoiled the twist in the trailer. One was the movie Southpaw. Jake Gyllenhaal, Rachel McAdams. Mm-hmm. Remember that movie?
Yep.
Where it shows that she dies in the trailer, and like that was supposed to be the big twist of the movie.
I feel like that in that movie, the case was that that was sort of in the beginning, wasn't it? Because that
it's supposed to be the twist of like, oh, that's what sets him on his path.
Oh.
Whereas they should have just promoted as a generic boxing movie, and then when people got in there, they were like, oh, holy shit, she's dead in like the first 20 minutes.
You have to think that a lot of people who watch trailers don't catch all these nuances. They see because trailers are so fast.
So they didn't catch Kurt Russell saying, "Hey, Chris Pratt, I'm your dad."
Because if I remember that Southpaw trailer, I don't think it was like was it actively showing that she died, or was it like a flash?
Yeah, no, it was very. All right, so we gotta look this up now. Second one was we'll talk about it after the South Side of You. Do you ever watch that movie?
No, I just Wikipedia it though.
I think it's about Obama's. Obama, bam-a-lam. Obama, bam-a-lam. Obama got a job, bam-a-lam. Whole thing gone wrong, bam-a-lam. He can't run for president again?
I know, it's against the rule.
Yeah, it's weird because you think you could be able to take a term off and then come back. I think Grover Cleveland tried that. Didn't work out.
I think they need to limit terms for congressmen. That's what they need to do. Some of them have been there for like decades.
I put my
All right, so this is the Southpaw trailer.
The more you get hit,
and
the
it's
harder
boxing.
you fight. I get it.
Let's go!
Only now you've taken way too many hits before you get off.
Wait. 50 Cent is like his manager. Forgot about that.
You can't fight like that anymore. Think about her.
I'm gonna tell you something.
I love you.
I love you.
So predictable.
Man.
They get all dressed up.
I wouldn't be here without my wife, Maureen.
Hey, Billy, why you leaving so soon?
Come on, keep walking.
Baby, you ain't never been a real man.
Now he's talking crap.
Let's go home.
How about I take your belt?
Okay, stop!
Had a gun.
Who took me now?
Rachel McAdams got shot.
No.
And she's dead.
See,
This court is aware of the tragedy your family has suffered, Mr. Hope. Nonetheless, you have chosen to demonstrate dangerous behaviors while having custody of your daughter.
Dad?
You need help, Billy. It'll be a year before your suspension is up, which means zero income.
Legal custody of the child shall remain with family services until the father can demonstrate the abilities of a responsible parent.
Please, I don't want to. I'm sorry, please. Dad, I want to stay with you. I want to live with you.
You want me to come with you?
No, man. I gotta do this alone.
Cheddar Bob.
Billy Hope into my gym?
I'm looking for a job, maybe a place to train.
You couldn't handle the rules here, man.
Forrest
I can't
Whitaker
lose my daughter.
is that
I'll give you
Academy
my
Award-winning
everything.
role.
Somebody help me, please!
I know that you're mad at me right now.
You don't know anything.
She doesn't want to
The daughter looks familiar.
Tell her I love her.
I feel like she's been stuff. Google that.
She can get better.
Eminem.
Yeah, I think the role was originally offered to Eminem.
Yeah, that's what I read too.
Not without you. I'm gonna fight again. I'm gonna get my kid back.
What chance is there that Hope could win?
See, I feel like that would be the ending if you go up who wins this last fight.
They say Billy Hope can make it. Billy Hope is over. This
Well,
is your time. This
obviously
is
he's
your
going to win.
You can control your destiny.
You don't know that. I think Rocky.
Oh, yeah, I forgot this is written by Kurt Suter of Sons of Anarchy fame. Also The Bastard Executioner, which was bad.
Ona Lawrence, who plays the daughter in that movie, is Matilda in the Broadway smash. She was in Law & Order, Orange is the New Black. She plays the daughter in Bad Moms. Mila Kunis's daughter.
There it was.
That's probably where
Yeah.
you...
That was a good movie. It's funny. The Kristen Bell's in the movie, and we talked about that she's rather attractive, like low-key attractive. And the redhead, who's always like the mouthy, really funny, vulgar one, like in everything she does. Like she was in Parks and Rec. She's in this movie. She's done a bunch of other stuff. She's hilarious. I love her. I don't even know her name.
I'm pulling it up. I'm trying to guess it just because I love movies to death. So the redhead you're talking. Oh, Catherine Hahn?
Sure. Like Catherine Hahn? That sounds like an Asian chick. Oh, Catherine Hahn.
Did she play the character Carla?
I don't know. I'm bad with names. I'm good at faces. Yeah, that's her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Oh, Hahn. H-A-H-N.
Hahn.
Like the very German.
The German Hahn.
Hahn, yeah. So I had a conundrum at the gym today. What I usually do is when I do cardio is I like setting up in so at Lifetime Fitness, there's like probably about 200 pieces of cardio equipment, and that's barely an exaggeration. And I like doing the row of ellipticals that are near the TVs, right up front, and it's a row away from the wall, and the wall is mainly mirrors, and there's a couple of stationary bikes sprinkled in. Like, no one ever uses the bikes, right? So I like that because you can watch TV, no one's really going to be around you. It's kind of nice. But I had a conundrum today, so usually do half an hour, and then like 2 minutes in, this really great-looking, like 20-year-old blonde chick plops down in the bike directly in front of me, and this wouldn't be an issue except for the mirrors. So every time I was very self-conscious. Like every time I would glance, I could like see myself looking at her, and I could see her that she was like looking. Like she could see like everything.
If she could see you looking at her.
Yeah, and also what bugged me is that the TV that had Fox Sports North on it was right above her, and you know how when you're looking at like someone's forehead, it still seems like you're looking them in the eye. That would be the effect. So like if I was staring at the TV in the mirror, if she looked up, it would appear as though I was staring right at her, just like when really I was just watching the replay of the Wolves game.
You two are facing each other.
No. We're facing the same direction, except she's right up next to the mirror.
So you get a good view of. Can I say it on the show? Dead ass.
Yeah. Except I was very self-conscious because I didn't want to come off as the creeper because I'm sure she gets that all the time and it probably gets a little old. So I purposely stare to the upper left at a TV that had like MSNBC on, so I had to watch that the whole time. I was like, all right, these are the sacrifices we make. 28 minutes for that.
I would have like completely stopped everything I did, and like I would have walked towards him and been like, "You ruined it for me. Thanks," and then walked away.
Or see, maybe since she probably gets it all the time, maybe she wouldn't have been that off put if it appeared I was staring at her the whole time, even though I was just really watching TV.
That's how you should have handled it. You should have just watched TV as normal. If she thought you were staring at if she thought you were staring at her, she would have came up and said like, "Hey, stop staring at me," and then you'd been like, "Staring at who? I'm watching this thing," and then just play it off.
All right. Ooh.
I would have just stared at her though.
Now, see, if I was younger and single, you could play this off as a funny ha 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 moment. Just going up to her and be like, "Hey, I know this sounds really dumb, but it's gonna appear like I'm staring at you in the mirror when I'm really just watching the Wolves." And then be like, ha 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 ha. How you doing?
This would have been me. I would have been like, and then flash, and then
Nick, this doesn't come over well on podcast.
I'd have my phone and like I'd like try to take a picture, and then my flash would have been on, and then she would have saw that, and she would look at me and I'd be like, "What?"
See what we should have done is that there's three things that you have to be to get women. You can be one of three things. And if you get a multiple, that's even better. Handsome, rich, or funny. You have to be one of the three.
I'm very lucky that I'm very funny.
Nick, what do you mean? You got a brand new Hyundai.
It's 2006.
I've seen teams suck before, but they were the suckiest bunch of sucks that ever sucked.
That's not bad, though.
I've been called handsome once or twice. It's pretty.
Like when you're 6?
No, like. Okay, the example I was gonna pull was at the bar. Shit, damn it, they were drunk.
Nick, you're so handsome. Hey, you know what, Nick? If I wasn't married, if I wasn't thrice divorced, and I wasn't 60, and if I didn't have my hysterectomy coming up, I would bang you 6 ways a Sunday, Nick.
Whoa. They got deep there.
And then she smoked through her neck.
Through the stoma.
Nick, I find you very handsome.
I've had attractive women.
Oh, man. You know where Nick does pick up attractive women? There's a plethora of attractive women at the Blue Door Pub. And also, all Lent is going on right now. Oh, my God. Fresh fries every Friday during Lent. That's for the next 40 days, son. $12 all you can eat cod and $14 pitchers of B-side Pilsners. And buy both. You can enter to win a bunch of great, fabulous prizes from Blue Door and Indeed, including a 2-night stay chase on the lake in Walker, Minnesota. Where's Walker? Google that. 3 Twin Cities locations, Longfellow, St. Paul, and University on Como, or visit thebdp.com. Did you find where Walker is?
It's 3 hours north of us.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. Do you know where it is?
Yeah,
oh,
I know.
What the hell?
They usually have an awesome concert there every summer.
Oh, it sounds made up.
It is not.
Do they call it the Walker Texas Ranger Show?
No. It's the, I think Moondance Jam is always in Walker, Minnesota.
That sounds boring.
It's a bunch of classic rock. Well, it used to be. I think they have Kid Rock there now all the time.
And on that note, we'll be right back with more Bull and Andy Carlson on Friday. And coming back into the Blue Door Pub Studios, and you know you're shopping on Amazon. I just bought a paper shredder to replace the old paper shredder, which is basically the same model as the old paper shredder, but that's okay, on Amazon. And you can tell that I'm old because I'm really excited for it. You should buy all your stuff on Amazon through us. bullshow.co/Amazon. Take it right to the homepage. Here's what you do. Bookmark it when it takes you right to the homepage. Every time you buy something, use that link, and we'll get a couple nickels in our pocket. Nick, what's the last thing you bought on Amazon?
Was it my cube? I got a fidgety cube.
Oh, yeah, do you still have it?
I don't know what it is.
You lost the fidget cube?
I might have lost it.
Does that make you anxious?
When you bring it up, it does. Yeah. I think it's in my car somewhere.
That sort of defeats the purpose.
I'm driving, I'm busy, talking on my phone, texting while driving, all this fun, dangerous stuff, and, like eating my White Castle, I lost my fidgety cube.
When you're alone, how much White Castle do you get?
White Castle burgers? Oh,
yeah.
Obviously. Usually 6.
Is there, like, a term for that? Like a 6-pack?
No, I just asked for 6.
Oh.
Yeah, because I think, like, the combo meal has 4, and, obviously, the sack of 10 is typically what I'm going to go for, but if it's by myself, I love myself, but not that much, and I don't think my heart can definitely take it.
When I think about you,
I could probably do 10,
myself.
but no, I try to hold off.
Yeah. How many are in a Crave case? I asked that.
I think there are 30, but now they have like the Crave crate.
Oh.
That if you order online, I think you call ahead. It's like 100.
And also, if you pay $5 extra, they'll fill it in with 30 Chick-Fil-A sandwiches, which are actually good. Chick-Fil-A is the best.
Oh yeah, I like them.
I mean, there's something to be said about doing a chicken sandwich really well, and then opposing gay marriage.
I can't believe you went there. No.
And not open on Sunday, which is odd.
They're not the only company that does that. I think Hobby Lobby does that as well. The
post office.
If you want to run a business that way, you can. I would do an opposing chicken sandwich being like, that's only open on Sundays, Take away the business.
Atheist filet?
Atheist filet.
Yeah. It's just a food truck that shows up to all the Chick-fil-A restaurants and doesn't go in the parking lot because I feel like they get pissed off of that, but just like right next to it.
Oh, yeah, I'd be like on the side of the road or something.
That'd be amazing.
All right, I'll work on the business plan. Hang on.
I like it. Also, we should work on some news.
You are fake news. Sir, go ahead. Can you...
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Ain't got time to do.
You can't handle the truth.
The news with Uncle Nick.
What we got today, Nick?
I got a couple of good ones here for us. The big news story, which I find interesting, and we talked about a lot on Monday with the whole Oscar fiasco, was obviously the Best Picture mess up. For those who don't know, the people organizing the Oscars, Price Waterhouse Coopers, a set of accounts, the two accounts who were in charge of it this year, this is their last year. The Academy has made an announcement that, Martha Ruiz and Brian Cullinan will remain with the company, but will no longer be in charge of that aspect of the position to handle the pamphlets.
Well, what some inside information that came out is that they have two sets of winners cards, one on each side of the stage, and so they do it so they can bring out presenters from both sides. Except what they should do, they should have one set and then just alternate, because you know which side that the presenter is going to come from. So it's kind of redundant to have both. And I guess what happened is that so Leonardo DiCaprio presented Best Actress, which was the one right before Best Picture, and so Leonardo come out from one side, he had Best Actress, blah, blah, blah. Then Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty came from the other side. They grabbed Best Actress or handed Best Actress as well, and you can see clearly that he had its label Best Actress on the red envelope that he had. So when they opened it up, it said Emma Stone, La La Land, and then Warren Beatty, being 80 and on a whole bunch of medication, was like, then he threw Faye Dunaway under the bus. He's like, hey, you read this. Hey, Bonnie, read the shit. And then she just saw La La Land and was like, all right, La La Land.
Which, this is an unfortunate mistake, and, none of us are, I don't think there was any anger behind this at all, but, it's just funny that, luckily these two were not fired.
Yeah, well.
Sure, but we are so excited for Moonlight. I think it's
I didn't like
what
Emma Stone did here.
Time, so I was pretty beside myself. I also was holding my Best Actress in a Leading Role card that entire time. So whatever story, I don't mean to start stuff, but whatever story that was, I had that card. So I'm not sure what happened, and I really wanted to talk to you guys first.
So she was very quick, like, I'm not trying to start stuff, but you kind of clearly are, because that was a story that came out right away, is that they got the Best Actress award. So she was very adamant about, I had my card. Like, she didn't even know that there's two sets of cards. So she just thrown Warren Beatty's old ass under the bus. Hey, Bullworth, you done. You done, son.
That's... I feel like they're making him out of a molehill with this one. This is just a funny story, and it's too bad that a couple people had to take the axe to it. But they're not being axed. They're not being fired. They're just no part of the Oscar production.
And you know that the La La Land people are saying and doing all the right things. Like, they're very gracious, especially that producer who sort of sorted things out on the stage. Jordan Horowitz, whatever his name was. But you got to know, like, inside, like in a private moment at home, he's like, son of a bitch bastard. Give him Best Picture. The hell, man.
I'm kind of happy because I kind of picked Moonlight to win. So
I think it would have been Best Picture if Justin Timberlake was cast in the role of Ryan Gosling. And I will stick my claim on that. Like, that should have been JT's breakout role, like Academy Award-winning stuff.
Yeah.
Because he's like Fred Astaire, essentially, if Fred Astaire was in sync.
I agree with you on that one. I don't know if you talked about it on yesterday's show at all with the Oscars. There was another kind of flub in the Oscars, the in memoriam. There was a little bit of a mistake, and I'm looking it up as we speak here. There was a picture for someone who, because obviously the in memoriam is for people who've passed away, and they used a picture of someone who was very much alive.
Well, it was it was I guess it was the partners from Australia, and one had died, but they used a picture of the other one.
Yep. Okay. The name was for Janet Patterson, rest in peace, and they used a picture for Jan Chapman, who's alive, and
it reminds me of the SNL sketch where it was like Natalie Cole was doing duets with dead people, and one of them was like Winona Judd, and it was like, "I am not dead. I am not dead." Yeah, good time. Yep. I think the best joke at the Oscars no one got because no one actually saw Moonlight. So in Moonlight, spoiler alert, it's about a inner city black gay man, and like in the middle of the movie, he gets a little handy on the beach from his buddy, and this is the best joke because no one got it, but I can't find a video clip of it. But Kimmel was basically like, all these movies are very depressing, nominated for Best Picture. The only happy ending was in the middle of Moonlight. And it didn't get that big of a laugh because not because I don't think people thought it was a poor taste, but I think it's because people didn't get it because they didn't see the movie.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Like of all these movies that were nominated, I feel like none of them are a big blockbuster. Hacksaw Ridge is probably the closest.
Yeah, I agree. That one, followed by like a distant second, maybe Arrival.
Yeah, I put Arrival
sci-fi,
up there.
And the only other one I could maybe think of that should have had a lot of flair was that the Hell or High Water, I think it was.
Yeah.
Like that looked like a good quiet action film that people were like. La La Land kind of got a lot more buzz because I think it was an Oscar film.
Yeah. Well, something that bugs me is that when people have, and this is hard, we're all inherent to this, but they have bias, and then they think that everyone thinks like them. That was a pretty big issue with the election, but I digress. But when someone watches La La Land and they really like it, they're like, oh, everybody loves La La Land. Because I love La La Land, and I'm everybody, so everybody must love La La Land. Yeah, kind of stunk.
I didn't see it, so I believe you.
It was I miss the days when they used to honor movies, like big ass movies, not these small little indie art house films. Like Moonlight was made for $1.5 million, and like the performances were great, except it's a nice indie movie. It's not a movie, What
would you consider a big movie?
Armageddon. No.
That was the first one that came to my head when you said I would throw out maybe like, are you thinking like Armageddon style?
I'm thinking
stuff?
like Lawrence of Arabia, The Longest Day, Saving Private Ryan, Braveheart. Yeah, you can put Independence Day in there too. And see, that's the thing. I feel like movies that are fun, like fun little romps, like even like Indiana Jones movies, still get penalized because it's a movie that you're having fun and you're having laughs. This obviously is not a serious film. Where Indiana Jones was amazing, and except for the fourth one, there was very little like CGI. Like all that stuff was like actually shot, which is an amazing achievement in filmmaking. If you saw some of the stunts.
Are you talking about Independence Day 4? Oh, wait, what are you talking about?
Indiana Jones movies.
The fourth one?
No,
the other one.
Said
I
except
get it.
for 4.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
so
sorry,
the opposite
drifted
of
off.
exactly what you were thinking.
Yeah, sorry. No, I completely agree with you. I mean, which I don't want to place argument with make it for this, but I mean, the Academy Awards aren't the only award show that represent movies. There's a Saturn Awards that no one knows about. There's People's Choice
MTV Movie Awards.
MTV Movie Awards. I strongly agree that I strongly think that I relate more to MTV Movie Awards than the Oscars. I've seen way more films like Best Picture, like the X-Men movies or Lord of the Rings stuff, Civil War.
Well, I feel like they're just really like getting in their heads. And like really getting self-congratulatory, slapping themselves in the back. Because like 2011 Best Picture, The Artist. No one saw The Artist. No one saw the friggin' Artist. 2013 12 Years a Slave. It was a fine movie, a little over the top, little of, oh, look how progressive we are. We're giving it to the slave movie as opposed to Dallas Buyers Club or Gravity. I think Dallas Buyers Club is a very underrated movie, even though McConaughey and Leto won Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor, respectively. And then you got a movie like Gravity. That is a movie. Like the scope of that, when you see something and you're blown away, that's Gravity. That's not Avatar. Avatar sucks. And that's the hill I'm going to die on. But 2014, Birdman was terrible.
I have not seen it.
It was.
What were the other movies up for Best Picture?
2014 Best Picture, Birdman won, American Sniper, Boyhood, The Grand Budapest Hotel, The Imitation Game, Selma, Theory of Everything, and Whiplash. Whiplash is a great movie. American Sniper is really good too, except they're not going to give it to the America shoot 'em up movie.
I would say those two were the biggest movies of the year. Intimidation Game, maybe Cumberbatch, but Theory of Everything, I kind of want. I saw parts of that.
And Boyhood, they only considered Boyhood, and I think the actress won Best Actress or something like that.
Is that Brie License?
No, it was Patricia Arquette.
Oh, that's the one they shot over multiple years.
Yeah,
right?
the one they shot over 12 years. The only it wasn't a good movie. Like, the only reason it got in contention because, like, oh, this is the art and the craft of film. This is the dedication of film. This is putting it together for 10 years of film. 12 Years a Slave to making this film of Boyhood.
Movies are an art form now.
2015, Spotlight. Friggin' Spotlight. Hey, father, you touch those kids? Spotlight. That was the entire movie. It's the longest episode Dateline ever. The Big Short, Bridge of Spies, Brooklyn, Mad Max Fury Road, The Martian, The Revenant, and Room. And
I've seen most of those actually, and I liked all those movies.
Nobody saw Brooklyn.
I really want to see that. It has one of my favorite actresses in it.
Shoshana.
Shusha.
Everyone who says that they've seen Brooklyn hasn't seen Brooklyn. I'm pretty sure no one has seen Brooklyn, even including the lead actress, Shusha
Ronan.
And I didn't care for Bridge of Spies. It was sort of a by-the-numbers movie, but it's still a Spielberg, Tom Hanks movie. I feel like that one should have gotten more love. The Big Short, I think, was held back because of Adam McKay. Adam McKay won Best Adapted Screenplay or Best Original Screenplay. No, it must have been adapted because it's from a book. So I feel like they threw him a bone there because they didn't want to give him love on director or Best Picture. But The Big Short was an amazing movie. It's a very interesting story. It was funny. It was informative and very creative in how they cut all these stories together and then also explained these things like a CD one. Like a Bond or like a CDC. No, not CDC.
Like Dora the Explorer kind of explaining things.
Yeah.
Which is sad because at the end when I watched them, I'm like, oh man. Then I'm like, oh god, that was all true. That was all true. Where's my money?
Nick, you can live in a $5 million house for a month.
I don't think not a month.
I would even put The Martian up there. Like, The Martian was innovative. It was funny. It won Best Comedy at like the Emmys or something like that, or Golden Globes. And Mad Max, it's freaking Mad Max. That was an amazing movie.
That was surprisingly good.
What do you mean surprisingly?
I didn't think it'd be that
fight
good.
you.
I didn't think it'd be that good. When I saw trailers for it, I'm like, in the desert, it looks like post-apocalyptic world. Everyone's all like white, scary ghosts.
You mean Australia?
That's Australia now.
Yeah, Mad Max Furiosa Road, because she's the main character.
She was the main character. I don't know. That threw me off of the movie too.
All right, what's next?
All right, Oscar news. Let's talk a little Minnesota news here from Fox 9.
Wake up with Fox 9.
Minnesota Governor Mark Dayton wants to grant driver's license to illegal immigrants living in our state. All kind of, this is a very hot topic right now, political-wise.
This is just a trap. Hey, illegal immigrants, come down to the DMV. Don't worry about that ICE van behind the building.
Yeah, and I really don't want to talk too much about the politics of that, but I mean the whole. What shocked me more about this is that this is also a time for Minnesota to get a real ID. As many of you know, Minnesota is one of a few states that doesn't have, the current licenses that we have right now don't qualify for the whole flying, flying over, flying to other states. Like we needed to upgrade our IDs, and we were one of the few states that were behind on that.
Where are the paper? Oh, is that the whole enhanced ID thing?
Something like that. Yeah. So
Which seems dumb. No one else looks like me except for a lot of people.
Yeah, so I'm trying to wonder if this is more for pushing the illegal immigrants thing, or if it's more for getting people more on board with this whole. They're calling it real ID. So,
I know that he's down in Mayo getting treatments for his prostate now, but hey, Dayton, just sign the Sunday sales bill before you get anything done, right, man?
All right. Okay, next one. Let's another Minnesota law thing here because I love law so much in Minnesota. Snow days. Thoughts? Do you like them? Do you enjoy them? How would you like it if we don't have them anymore?
Loved them as a kid. They're probably going to be a pain in the ass when we're when Mugsies and our future kids are of school age, where it'll be like, oh yeah, our free state funded babysitter or publicly funded babysitter, they ain't there anymore. So we gotta go find somewhere to dump them or stay at home, work from home with the kids. Fun.
I know, and that's not easy for a lot of people. And we've had a lot of interesting Minnesotas the past few years where we'd have crazy snowstorms. A lot of schools would get canceled for multiple days, and there would be in situations where kids would have to make up them, in the summer. But this Minnesota lawmakers are trying to push a thing that would replace the snow days with e-learning days. Mm-hmm. So students would get on a laptop or tablet at home and follow along with online lesson plans. And so this is from KSTP.com. Kind of interesting. A lot of people don't have the technology to get to online stuff.
Wait, so would it be like just an online syllabus, or would it be like an online class, like the teacher would teach in real time?
It sounds like the teachers online lessons for the school.
Wait, so the teacher could teach from home, like she's all ratchet, like she's in her she's in her bathrobe.
The teacher would be available throughout the day to answer students' questions. So that sucks for teachers.
How many teachers do you think would drink at home, during the day?
How many teachers think would?
A lot.
They might use it to vent, you know what? I just want to stay home. Car broke down. I'm just teaching from home. Kids, you stay home and stuff, and just jump on your. What if the technology isn't available? What if the internet stuff isn't? A lot of people.
Yeah, what if the kids don't have Wi-Fi at their house?
That's the thing.
And are we just going to give all these kids tablets, or are they going to be a 4G LTE enabled? So we got to pay for all that bandwidth.
I talked to my coworkers, and I hear that their kids all have iPads from their schools. I mean,
yep.
I think, but not yet though. I mean, I'm talking suburban schools. I mean, inner city schools. Are they going to have this type of funding? Are they going to have this type of quality of education there? Are they going to get that type of technology? I don't know. I feel like this is going to be a lot of money if they try to implement it. If they can get ways. I mean. I don't know.
I feel like the teachers will just use this as an excuse to be like, yeah, it's a snow day. Miss Perkins, it's March or it's May. Yeah, I don't care. Everyone just get our tablets. Let's talk. All right, so here's the thing about civics and American history. We always win, except for recently. We didn't win in Korea. We didn't win in Vietnam. We didn't win. We didn't win in Iraq Part 2. We didn't win in Afghanistan. But, hey, we're still number one, kids. I remember that. Miss Perkins out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or when they do have the snow day thing, it would be like, and 2 + 2 = 4. Miss Jenkins, how come it sounds like a casino where you are? Shut up. Don't worry about it. Mystic doesn't close when there's an inch of snow on the ground. Pussies. Miss Perkins, despite being a math teacher, still gambles, which is ironic. All right, what's next?
All right, last one I got, some fun non-Minnesota levity is, I know Andy loves television because he watches it all the time, and one of his favorite shows, coming on his 24th season, they just released the cast for Dancing with the Stars. 24. Does Crystal watch this at all?
No.
Is she in this?
No, I'm happy she doesn't watch Dancing with the Stars or The Bachelor or anything like that.
All right, so this is for all you guys who love to watch that, or any Bull listeners.
Well, no, this is really stupid. They should outlaw all gymnasts or former professional athletes because they always win. Like, you're telling me that Simone Briles isn't going to beat, like, the former congressman from Utah?
I wish I knew more about this show, but a lot of this is online voting, so you just got to find someone that people can like or be relatable to. But, I mean, this is kind of funny how the show works. I mean, like, this is like a special announcement that ABC does. Like, this is such a big freaking deal that they announced the cast for 20. I don't think this thing has been around for 24 years. Like, because they do seasons, I think, every, like.
I think they do 2 seasons a year.
Yeah, which is mind blowing. So, at least 12 years now of Dancing with the Stars. I don't know how. You're going to run out of celebrity. Well, no, you'll never run out of celebrities.
Because they're not celebrities.
Yeah, a lot of these are not celebrities, which I'll go through the list here quick, and it's just, I don't know why this is a show.
Who's on it?
All right, let's go through the celebrities. Simone Biles, Olympic gymnast.
She's going to win.
All right, we'll put this down as Andy's pick.
She's probably even money to win, even in a field of 24.
You should look up to see if there's any Vegas odds for these.
All right.
All right, going through the celebrities. Second one, Bonner Bolton. Put the cricket music on. He's a model and bull rider.
He's going to lose.
My personal favorite, Charo.
Except, I don't know if she can dance. She can shake it. I don't know if she can dance. Plus, isn't she like 70?
That's what I'm looking up her age right now. 65.
No, close enough.
But yeah, I mean, I've seen pictures. She might just topple over. Erica Jane, she's a singer and reality TV star. Rashad Jennings, NFL running back.
Yeah, he can't really move though.
SNL alum Chris Kattan. He needs work. Nancy Kerrigan, interesting, former Olympic figure skater.
Until Simone Briles just like kneecaps her. Oh, why?
I wonder if what's her name was on the show.
Why?
She could have been.
All right, so Simone Briles is plus 150, so essentially a 3-2 bet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's. I thought I was kidding when I said even money. But,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. The last few over here. Normani Corday, who is a Fifth Harmony singer.
Mm-hmm.
So band. Heather Morris from Glee.
Because she needs the work.
She does need the work. David Ross, former Major League Baseball catcher.
Why?
David Ross played for, like 12 teams. I was going to say the Cubs, Braves, Bo Sox. Oh, man, Mr. T. He could be a favorite, too, I think. He could be a fan favorite. I pity the fool who's going to not vote for Mr. T.
But kids don't understand that. They think that Rampage Jackson is Hannibal. Oh, no, not Hannibal. Baracus. So Mr. T is the tied for the 8th favorite at plus 1,300, so 13-1.
Holy crap. All right. And then last, and probably somewhat relevant, is Nick Vial, who is the Bachelor, the current Bachelor. And they're all teamed with all these people who I'm not going to try saying their names. But as you can tell, I mean, this is people still watch a show if you're doing 24 seasons, and let's see, it looks like it comes out March 20th, and so if you're a big fan of TV and you don't want to see the stuff, don't turn on to ABC.
The only way Simone Briles doesn't win is if she gets hit by a bus.
It's a voting system. If I don't know,
or if there's a military draft, and the only and the main criteria is being cute, like being tiny and cute. So it'd be like Simone Briles will be drafted. She'll be a 4-star general, and then we'll go whip ISIS's ass. Yeah, that's the only way she'll win. Nancy Kerrigan plus 750 though. It's pretty tempting because it's usually like the former Olympian, whether it be gymnast or figure skater, gets it done. Like Michelle Kwan when she was on. Like, she dominated, apparently. So, yeah, Nancy Kerrigan plus 750. That's pretty saucy.
She's only 47.
Yeah, except how old is that in kneecapped years?
For the record, Nancy Kerrigan was able to skate right after that, and I think she got silver.
Not right after that.
Oh, a few weeks after that or something.
Walk it off. This is ice skating. Oh, yeah. Shit. All right. Well, what you got coming up this weekend, Nick?
I think I have a birthday party this weekend.
Every rose has its own happy birthday. We got Muggsy swimming lessons, which is going to be a trip. We'll talk about it on Monday. We'll get the show on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and like us on Facebook as well. And the website is bullshow.co. Enjoy us. Tell a friend, spread the word. Let everyone know. Let all your friends and family know, even the ones you don't like. Tell them about Bull. Subject them to me. Add to the Jerome Army. And thanks, Producer Allie, for making me not sound so stupid today. But for Nick, I'm Andy Carlson saying, and young, sayonara, and bye-bye. Enjoy your weekend.
Thanks for listening to Bull with Andy Carlson, Minnesota's 87th best daily podcast. Download the show on iTunes. Everyone's middle name is Jerome.